What if I told you that right now, at this very moment, you're standing at the threshold of the most abundant period of your life? Picture this. You wake up tomorrow morning and everything has changed. The deals you've been waiting for suddenly materialize. The opportunities you've dreamed about knock on your door. The wealth you've visualized begins flowing into your bank account like a river that's finally broken through a dam. This isn't fantasy. This is the reality waiting for you when you understand one game-changing truth. You are the architect of your own fortune. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to attract money like magnets while others struggle despite working twice as hard? Here's the shocking truth that self-made millionaires don't want you to know. Fortune isn't about luck, it's about frequency. Think about it. When you tune a radio to the right frequency, suddenly crystal clear music flows through. The music was always there, broadcasting 24/7, but you couldn't hear it until you aligned with its frequency. Wealth works exactly the same way. But here's where it gets interesting. When you declare with bone-deep conviction that you are fortunate in every area of life, something miraculous happens. Your brain's reticular activating system, that same mechanism that suddenly makes you see your dream car everywhere after you decide to buy it, starts filtering reality to show you opportunities that were invisible before. Divine guidance isn't just spiritual fluff, it's quantum physics in action. When you acknowledge that you're divinely guided to wealth and success, you tap into what scientists call quantum entanglement, the mysterious force that connects all things in the universe. This isn't woo-woo. This is the same force that allows particles to communicate instantly across vast distances. Here's a mind-blowing statistic. 87% of self-made billionaires report experiencing lucky breaks at crucial moments in their journey. But when researchers dug deeper, they discovered something fascinating. These lucky breaks followed a predictable pattern. Asterisk, want to know the pattern? Lean in close, because this could change everything. Asterisk. These ultra-successful individuals were already celebrating their wins before they happened. They were thanking the universe for rivers of fortune while their bank accounts still showed modest numbers. They acted as if they were destined for extraordinary financial fortune even when eating ramen noodles for dinner. This isn't delusional, it's strategic. Neuroscience shows us that when we feel grateful for future events as if they've already occurred, our brains literally cannot tell the difference between imagination and reality. This confusion works in your favor, creating neural pathways that make success feel inevitable rather than impossible. But wait, it gets even better. Here's the brutal truth nobody talks about. Most people are terrible receivers. Imagine trying to fill a thimble with a fire hose of abundance. No matter how much wealth the universe tries to pour into your life, you can only hold what your container allows. This is why lottery winners go broke, and why some people work themselves to exhaustion without ever breaking through. But what if you could expand your container from a thimble to an ocean? Prosperity beyond your wildest dreams isn't just possible. It's probable when you understand this one principle. Your receptivity to wealth is like a muscle that can be trained. Every time you accept a compliment gracefully, receive a gift without immediately trying to reciprocate, or allow someone to help you, you're literally expanding your wealth consciousness. The universe is constantly trying to shower you with abundance. The question is, are you standing there with an umbrella or with open arms? Let me share something that will blow your mind. In the next 60 seconds, someone, somewhere will start a business that will make them a millionaire within 18 months. Why not you? The entrepreneurial revolution isn't coming, it's here. And the barriers to entry have never been lower. You don't need a Harvard MBA. You don't need rich parents. You don't need to know the right people. All you need is the willingness to solve problems that people will happily pay you to solve. But here's the kicker that separates the winners from the wannabes. Successful entrepreneurs don't just build businesses, they build wealth-generating machines. They understand that a business isn't just about making money today. It's about creating systems that generate money while they sleep, travel, or work on their next big idea. Think about this. Every problem you've ever complained about is a business opportunity in disguise. Every frustration you've experienced is a product waiting to be created. Every skill you take for granted is a service someone desperately needs. What if I told you there's a mathematical formula for attracting aligned opportunities? Clarity, consistency, and courage leads you to compound opportunities. When you're crystal clear about what you want, show up every single day working toward it, and take bold action despite your fears, You create what I call opportunity gravity, an invisible force that pulls perfect chances into your orbit. But here's the part that will really cook your noodle. The opportunities you attract mirror your internal state with eerie precision. When you vibrate at the frequency of a successful entrepreneur, you attract entrepreneurial opportunities. When you embody the energy of someone who lives luxuriously, luxury finds its way to you. This isn't mystical, it's practical psychology. People can sense your energy before you even speak. They pick up on subtle cues about your confidence, your expectations, and your self-worth. When you genuinely believe you're worthy of massive success and recognition, others believe it too. Here's a controversial truth that might trigger some people. Living luxuriously isn't selfish. It's one of the most generous things you can do. Think about it. When you fly first class, you're supporting jobs, from the flight attendants who serve you to the designers who created those lie-flat seats. When you stay in five-star hotels, you're contributing to an entire ecosystem of employment. When you invest in high-end wellness and self-care, you're not just improving yourself. You're becoming a better version of yourself for everyone in your life. But luxury goes deeper than material possessions. True luxury is the freedom to make choices based on desire rather than necessity. It's waking up excited about your day rather than dreading it. It's having the resources to solve problems quickly rather than suffering through them. It's the ability to be spontaneously generous without checking your bank balance first. Creating a sanctuary of luxury in your home isn't about impressing others. It's about impressing yourself. When you surround yourself with beauty, quality, and excellence, you're sending a powerful message to your subconscious. I am worthy of the best life has to offer. Here's a statistic that should make you sit up straight. 78% of millionaires say that mastering their money mindset was more important than any investment strategy. You can have all the financial knowledge in the world, but if your relationship with money is toxic, you'll sabotage your success every time. Money is like a person. It goes where it's appreciated, stays where it's respected, and multiplies where it's wisely managed. Want to know the biggest money secret of all? Money is just energy, and energy follows attention. Whatever you focus on expands. When you focus on lack, you create more lack. When you focus on abundance, even before it fully manifests, you create more abundance. But here's where most people get it wrong. They try to attract money from a place of desperation rather than celebration. They chase money rather than attracting it. They grasp rather than receive. The wealthy mindset sees money as a tool for creating value, not as a goal in itself. When you shift from, how can I get more money, to how can I create more value, everything changes. The money becomes a natural byproduct of the value you provide. Let me share a mind-blowing mathematical truth. If you improve just 1% each day, you'll be 37 times better in 1 year. This is the power of compound fortune. Every small win creates momentum. Every tiny victory builds confidence. Every minor breakthrough opens doors to major opportunities. The person who celebrates finding a perfect parking spot with genuine gratitude is training their brain to notice and attract bigger wins. But here's the part that will really shift your perspective. Fortune compounds faster than interest. When you combine financial growth with personal development, relationship building, and spiritual expansion, you create what I call multidimensional wealth, a form of abundance that can't be lost in a market crash or stolen by circumstances. Think about the last time something went unexpectedly well for you. Did you dismiss it as coincidence, or did you recognize it as evidence that you're supported by forces greater than yourself? Your interpretation determines whether that event was a one-off fluke or the beginning of a pattern. Here's the ultimate paradox of wealth. The more you use it to uplift others, the more it multiplies in your own life. When you understand that true wealth includes the ability to contribute meaningfully to the world, you tap into what philanthropists call the giving multiplier. Every dollar you invest in others' success returns to you multiplied, not always in direct financial terms, but in opportunities, relationships, and experiences that money alone could never buy. But don't just take my word for it. Studies show that people who donate to charity are not only happier, but also tend to earn more money over time. It's as if the universe rewards those who prove they can be trusted with wealth by using it wisely and generously. Your success gives others permission to succeed. When you live abundantly, you become a walking, talking demonstration of what's possible. You inspire others not through your words, but through your example. Right now, at this very moment, you stand at a crossroads. One path leads to more of the same: the familiar struggle, the comfortable limitations, the predictable disappointments. The other path? That leads to a life so abundant, so fulfilling, so extraordinarily fortunate that your current self might not even recognize the person you become. The only difference between these two paths is a decision. Not tomorrow's decision, not next week's decision, this moment's decision. Will you choose to be someone who reads about fortune or someone who creates it? Will you be someone who dreams about luxury or someone who lives it? Will you be someone who admires entrepreneurs or someone who becomes one? The universe is holding its breath, waiting for your answer. Every cell in your body is ready to reorganize itself around your new identity as a person of extraordinary fortune. Every opportunity you've been seeking is circling overhead like a plane waiting for permission to land. Every resource you need is already in motion, heading your way. But nothing happens until you say yes. Yes to fortune. Yes to luxury. Yes to entrepreneurial success. Yes to financial freedom. Yes to using your wealth as a force for good. Yes to becoming the person you were always meant to be. The invitation is extended. The door is open. The path is illuminated. Your extraordinary fortune begins with your next thought, your next feeling, your next action. What will it be? Asterisk, the clock is ticking. Your fortune is calling. And the universe is ready to shower you with abundance beyond your wildest dreams. Asterisk. What if your business wasn't just about making money, but about making history? What if each action you took, each decision you made, was another brick in something so lasting and powerful that it would stand for generations, long after you're gone? That's legacy building. And right now, you're in the process of doing exactly that. Every email, every meeting, every bold move, it's adding to your masterpiece. You're not just running a business, you're building your business, the one with your fingerprint on every corner of its foundation. This isn't a side project or a someday dream. This is your empire in motion. Investors, partners, clients, they aren't just choosing you by accident. They're drawn to your vision like it's magnetic. They sense your belief in yourself, and that makes them believe too. People can feel when you're playing the long game, aiming higher than momentary wins. The brand you're building isn't just a name or a logo. It's a living, breathing presence. When you commit to excellence and innovation, your brand begins to lead the conversation instead of following it. And something stunning happens. With each step you take toward your purpose, the world steps toward you. Doors open without you knocking. Opportunities appear without you chasing. You've noticed this. The more you focus on your mission, the less the noise of the outside world distracts you. The clearer you become about what you're building, the more the universe seems to conspire on your behalf. Support comes in unexpected ways: a recommended connection, a chance encounter, a random message at exactly the right time. These are not coincidences, they're confirmations. Proof that when you align with your highest vision, everything begins to align with you. You've stepped into the role of Chief Executive Officer, not just of your business, but of your entire life. That means you're making executive decisions every day about where your time, money, and energy go. Like any great CEO, you're thinking beyond this quarter, beyond this year. You're shaping a future. And because you run your life with that same clear-eyed determination, abundance flows not just in business, but in relationships, health, and experiences. Sudden breakthroughs become regular. Great deals no longer surprise you. They're simply the natural result of who you've become. Fortune doesn't just arrive once and vanish. It flows constantly, and you're learning how to stay in that current. Every win, big or small, fuels the next one. A phone call that turns into an opportunity. A conversation that sparks an idea worth millions. Even small moments, like guidance arriving exactly when needed, are signals that you're on the right track. Gratitude is your steering wheel, and you use it daily. Thankfulness has become second nature, and with every expression of it, the current of wealth moves faster. Most people can't hold the abundance they ask for. They unknowingly cap their capacity for wealth because they've never stretched it. Not you. You welcome bigger opportunities with readiness, not overwhelm. You've become skilled at receiving, not just tolerating abundance, but embracing it fully. That expansion isn't just mental, it's in your actions. You prepare for bigger wins before they happen. You create systems to handle more while staying grounded. And in doing so, you become the perfect channel for fortune to flow through. Like an architect, You're designing your life. Blueprint first, bricks next. The vision you hold is detailed. Abundance, freedom, prosperity in every area. Ease and flow isn't wishful phrasing. It's the design principle of everything you build. And because your wealth has purpose, it doesn't just accumulate, it creates. Creates security, creates opportunities, creates the experiences you once only imagined. You've discovered something many miss. Celebration is an attractor. Celebrate a win, and more follow. Celebrate an opportunity, and more arrive. The act of celebration tells life, this is valuable. I want more of this. You now celebrate as a habit, not a rarity. Small win, big win, they all get noticed. And the universe responds to that level of joy by sending you more to be joyful about. Your fortune is no longer measured only in today's numbers. It's in the inheritance of opportunity you're creating, wealth that can be passed down. Wealth that will build on itself for decades. Generational fortune comes from thinking bigger now, running your empire with standards so high that the abundance outlives you. Luxury is part of it, yes, but not for vanity, for legacy. You teach yourself and those around you that prosperity is natural, that beauty and grace are part of daily life, not exceptions. Luxury for you is not about flaunting. It's about living in a way that supports your highest energy. It's in the home that feels like sanctuary, in the daily peace that fuels your best decisions, in the wellness investments that ensure you have the health to fully enjoy the fortune you're creating. With each deliberate upgrade in your environment and your choices, you reinforce an unshakable truth. You are worthy of a life that feels stunning. Money is no longer something you chase. It's something that comes to you. You attract it without strain because your relationship with it has shifted from need to alignment. You create multiple streams of income not from panic, but from curiosity and mastery. Financial freedom shows up in the way you decide where to focus your energy each morning. You choose work that excites you because you know you can create income in aligned ways, over and over. Declaring yourself a powerful creator of wealth turned on a switch. You've moved from waiting for opportunities to creating them, from asking for enough to designing for overflow. And because your financial house is in order, you can grow and diversify without fear. Independence isn't a number anymore, it's your default mode. The last obstacles to wealth often aren't financial, they're emotional. You've released old fears, guilt, and hesitation around money. You no longer worry whether abundance will last. You know it will. You've built with integrity. You've set roots deep, so every new opportunity feels safe to accept. This is why offers keep coming to you. Why new income channels appear almost without effort. You're ready for more, without apology. Wealth isn't just a set of assets. It's a lens, a way of thinking. And the more you think like someone who has it, the more you act like it, the faster it flows in. Now, you see possibilities everywhere. Conversations turn into connections. Problems reveal themselves as profitable challenges. What once looked like random luck now looks like the natural return on your energy. You no longer see wealth pursuit as risky, it's simply growth. You're fearless about moving into bigger arenas because you know your worth and trust your skill. You deserve the luxuries you allow into your life, but you've learned they are more than indulgences. They're reminders of the life you've intentionally built. Numbers matter, yes, but they are not the whole picture. Real wealth shows up in the mornings you wake up without stress, in knowing you can provide for others without hesitation, in the creative freedom to start, stop, or change directions because your foundation is solid. Your life now isn't just a personal victory, it's an example. Proof that success is possible when vision meets aligned action. You're more than someone making money. You're someone shaping a life of abundance so vivid, others are inspired to craft their own. Perhaps the most exciting part? You're still at the beginning. Every day brings the chance to apply what you've learned, to scale your fortune, to elevate your experiences. The bigger your vision, the more expansive your results. You are thriving in business, in wealth, in purpose, and this thriving will only multiply from here. Because you've stopped hoping for abundance and started embodying it. Your fortune, your luxury, your freedom, not someday. Now, and always.